Hi everybody, today for something to do, I'm going to replace the instrument cluster. I've got the standard instrument cluster from 2015. I'm going to replace that with my Motogadget, the little Motogadget unit, which I've had for a few years, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, the seat's off. Now we remove these 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a T30. And these 2 bolts with a T45. You'll want to remove the diagnostic port from the clip. Remove both forward tank bolts with a T45. Remove both bolts from your snorkel cover with a T25. Okay, once the 2 bolts are out of the snorkel, there's a clip at the front of the snorkel, and you want to just rotate that and pull it away off the snorkel, and the snorkel cover will come off. Okay, pop off your ignition barrel cover. You can see the underside just locks in with these sort of teeth. Now, word of advice, before you lift your tank, try to have it as empty as possible. Make it nice and light. Unlike me, who was an idiot and filled it the other day and went for a short ride, so she's pretty heavy. Now what you want to do is get a length of wood. I've just got a piece of dowel here. I'm going to put a cloth on top of it, and then we lift the tank and slide that underneath from one side to the other, and that'll keep the tank propped up. Okay, so I hope you get the general idea. So tank's propped up. You just rest that your bit of timber or the dowel on top of the ABS pump, and just with a cloth on top of it so it doesn't mark the underside of your tank, and you've got access to under your tank. Okay, to remove the instrument cluster, we've got 4 bolts to get rid of. They're T25s. You've got 2 just on the inside of the fork leg, and you've got another 2, one there and one on the other side just in there. Okay, so a very fiddly job, but take those out and you'll be able to remove the cluster with the bracket. Okay, now what you want to do is take out the little T3 screws. There are 6 of them in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take the case off, back of the speedo cluster. Then you pinch the connector, take him out, and then get a pair of pliers and just pull these little C-clips out of the way. Okay, now that you remove these little C-clips from the mount, you can remove your cluster from the little bracket. Let's wiggle it out. There we go. Done. Okay, last fiddly bolt is out, and we can remove the bracket. Okay, the reason we lift up the tank is so when we plug the ridiculously long Motogadget cable into the plug that we removed from the cluster, the original cluster, we can poke it in under the tank. Now you notice on the standard bracket for the original cluster there are 4 bolts. The Motogadget only requires the center 2. Okay, so we'll be screwing it into the 2 that came under the triple tree. Okay, the Motogadget's installed. Just tighten up these 2 little fiddly screws. I'm sure you can make it easier for yourself, you know, if you take off the headlight and muck around, but a few extra minutes just, you know, fiddling around getting the screws tightened up does the job without having to remove the headlight and other bits and bobs. Now the cable, you can see it's mega long. I'm going to tuck that under the tank, secure it with a zip tie, and then lower the tank down. And that, guys, is it. Pretty sexy. All ready to go.